Rongmei. Welcome to Finding the Voices. I am Monica Ingatam.
My father has always been a pastor in a church. Cousins. My dad is basically one of the first sibling who got educated. He's from Bishanpur side.
So which tribe do you belong to?
Oh, this one, Rongmei, kabui.
Rongmei. Okay. So you are in Bangalore right now, right?
Yes.
So what do you do besides your singing?
I am studying social work, Bachelor of Social Work, and it's from this course also that I learned more about the society and the poor and all the rights that we have as human beings, and how where Manipur stands in this human rights thing, and how it's being so violated in Manipur also. And I always had a heart for Manipur also. I grew up there. I studied there till my 12th standard. And I always want to travel, see the world, and always go around. But still, I want to always come back to Manipur and do something at least. And I find Manipur very beautiful because it's like all the tribes together. And I know there are so many fights and always happening, but then the love that we have, especially when we are friends or when we have relatives from other tribes, it's just beautiful. And
knowing what you know about Finding the Voices, I just want to know your thoughts, your feedback rather, the good things, the bad things, what you want us to improve. I mean, you can be totally open with me, which is why I'm reaching out, because we want to make our program better and want to include everyone, and so you can help us. So if you can share your thoughts.
Okay. Honestly, I have not seen much, but I have seen some videos, podcasts. But just by seeing some of the things, I was like, my first thing was like, wow, at least someone is doing this. And it's not just this usual hello program that we have in Manipur, requesting songs and all that, but then it's more about, it's what I think it's what I always thought somehow, but did not know how exactly to put it, but you did it. And I was like, wow, she's a mother and she's doing this and she's in States, but she always comes back and all that. And I kind of saw what I always wanted to do in you, and it's beautiful that you always you join even the celebrities of Manipur and also the normal people. And it'll be nice if I see like more of normal people and more of the tribals. Me being a tribal myself, I know that it'll be a little difficult for you to intervene in the
that is a very good point you bring up, because me from a Meitei background, and because I do this kind of part-time, because for me to have a episode, the guest speaker and me, we have to agree, right? So it is difficult for me to find people from, from other group, and which is why I'm reaching out to you, so that you can help me get people from your community, and, we can feature them and we can have them in our show, and their voices would be featured and magnified. So definitely, I think you have a very good point that yes, I think most of the guest speaker which we have featured are from the Meitei community, though we have had like Phaomei and other members who are not Meitei. But yes, I will definitely welcome and expand our show. So I'm looking to you to help me get in touch with with people whom you would want to hear their voice. After all, I always say that Finding the Voice is a platform, and it is your platform. It's just a platform I'm hosting, but the voice really comes from us, from you, and that is what makes the program. So yeah, that's a very good point. And what other feedback do you have?
I don't know. I think that is the main thing that I see. Others, I'm like quite okay with it. And then if I don't know this, but do you have this in the ISTV or it's just on the website?
Yeah, we do have. They are ready to put our show in our in their channel, but I was a little bit waiting because we were trying to improve our quality. And so now that, you know, and also like, because I do it freelance, I was finding it difficult. But now that the people really, we feel that now the people really want us to grow, because we don't have a network like this, which can, I think, integrate and bring all of us together. So now I'm actually having an opportunity to lead this more, and I am forming teams. So I'm reaching it out and, you know, like trying to reach it out to the media, because we will have more episodes and it'll be in the internet, but we do want to reach it out to people who don't have access to the internet or, you know, to other TV channels. So yes, we did have the offer from ISTV, and we are just waiting to compile everything and give it to them. But if there are any other local channels which you know, or which can help us to broadcast it, you know, I would welcome that. And then we also did actually talk to All India Radio. They are also interested. It's just that I haven't been able to, I guess, continuously give them an episode. But now I'm looking to you know, seeking out to people to help me, and we want to make it like a proper program wherein we can sustain and have a continuous program, because right now what we do is I do it when I'm free and, you know, when it permits. But now we want to do it in a more continuous, organized way. So what I wanted to ask you was, how can you help us? So I need help in publicity as in, you know, you have a blog, whatever, like if you think that there is some way wherein people can be a part of Finding the Voices and know about it, that would be a great help. And then participating in, you know, upcoming debates or conversation, because like you said, we need voices from all parts of our state, and we need positive one, which will integrate us. And I think I'm kind of looking for people who believe and who have hope for peace and who wants to progress, right? There will be difference, yes, but I think we can talk about it. And I think talking and listening to people's view is one great medium. And I think that is what is lacking in our society, because we don't have that, right? Yes. Especially for us, like our second generation, where our thinking is exposed to a little different, and I think we all can help in this change. Yes. And so yeah, I want to seek out and see what you can do and how you can contribute in being a part of Finding the Voices.
Like you said, I can do in publicity, because I'm like Facebook queen, that's what people call me. And I can also help in finding contacts for you. Maybe from each tribe. I don't know how many tribes there are in Manipur. It's like every clan is becoming a tribe, especially the tribals. So I can find from the Churachandpur community. I have good friends there, and my tribe, of course, and the Tangkhus.
You can be a volunteer for us and kind of help me to get people from the world which I don't know. Because that's one thing I really want to include, and I feel that that would really help us integrate. And, you know, we can come up with different kind of shows. We can talk about some social thing which is happening, and like 4 or 5 of us can get into a meeting like this and share our thoughts in a very civil way, you know.
Yes.
And then, or if somebody has achieved something, we can recognize them. So there are a lot of ways we can recognize and showcase it in our show, which will inspire people. And that's what I want to do. So inspiration, education, empowering, and entertainment, of course. You know, nobody wants to watch a very boring show.
Yes.
So yeah, so those are the 4 things I look at. And I'm so happy, like, you know, to know that you are interested in this kind of work. So I would definitely welcome you as a volunteer, and hopefully when people sponsor our show and we become more sustainable, who knows, we can become like a paid member for us. So yeah, so that's one thing I'm working on. And since we are going to do the program on, on a regular basis, we are also opening up for sponsorship. So because our viewer is mostly people who are from Manipur, all over the world. So if there are, you know, things which people want to promote, then we could open it up for sponsorship. And then, because right now how I run my show, I actually have some paid member who does, you know, the editing and background, other things. And then if we get sponsorship, I can do it like, you know, more shows, and then we can pay like more money to the people who is working for us. And like I said, like for me, I recruit people who believe in finding the voices, because I think that belief is very important. And somehow, like, I don't have to go and search for people. It comes like, you know, like you, like when I read some of the messages you have sent me, I always thought, you know, I really want to meet you and connect with you, because I know that we have a connection and we have some belief in progress and peace and, you know, making our society better. So yeah, here we are talking. All right, so I think we, yeah, so is there anything else you want to suggest or ask me?
So if you continue this, I mean, if you make it big in 2016, are you going to, you're still in the US, right?
Yes, I am. So most of my show, how it is it's going to be like this, like you and me. It is going to be a web recording. And then when I travel, I do face-to-face interview too.
Okay. How often do you
And
go
then,
to Manipur?
yeah, sorry to interrupt. And then I have a team. So what we plan is, especially in Manipur, to start with, like I have a team. If I'm not able to do an interview personally, because, you know, sometimes the technology is not so good over there, then I will have a team who will go and interview the person and cover that. So we are starting that now with, you know, with Manipur. But like I said, I want to open it up. But for me to open it up and grow, we need kind of like funding and sustenance, right? So it totally depends on how we grow. So for all, you know, like Bangalore, like when we grow, we need somebody to cover for us. Like, you know, something happens, then we could have a team over there. So yeah.
That is, yeah, nice. So when you do this, are you going to have like, how often will it broadcast if it's on Air, this one, not Air India, the All India Radio or ISTV?
Yeah, so what
How
they wanted me to
are
do.
they willing to give you?
No, we really did not speak about money at this point of time. They haven't really offered me any money. I guess my marketing skill is very bad because I was thinking more of I'm really bad. And but I think I should now, because if I want to have more team and pay them, right now I'm paying it out of my pocket. There are some of my friends who have, you know, sponsored some, but very minimal, which is why 2016 I want to reach out to the people, and also because we have a lot of viewers. I think when we have that sponsorship, it will help their products or whatever they want us to announce, because we have a good viewer. But yes, I think I have to hire somebody for that, because I'm really bad in marketing. But no, for the ISTV and All India, we didn't really speak of money. I was more thinking of, I wanted them to air our show so that, you know, the name will go and it'll be publicized, and more people would know that, oh, okay, there is an independent show who would actually feature voice without any, what do you call, linking with anyone. I mean, you can be in the show just because you are you. Like, we believe in real stories which touches your heart and my heart, and that's where we are going.
I don't know. It's like, I just want something to change, and I just feel violence, more violence coming in, and maybe all your talks and all the shows and all could you know, reduce the violence a little, because violence is like so popular in our state, and I don't know like what to use and how to, yeah, it's very difficult. And
so what is
like
your,
I said,
what do you think, like, how do you think we can, because I believe that the media portrays that there is a divide between the tribals and the valley people. But I believe that there are a lot of people who believe in the unity. And I have a lot of young people, young students with whom I interact. And we don't have any problem, you know. We look beyond that. I mean, so what do you think? Like, do you think there is a divide? Do you think what the media is portraying is what is happening?
Yes, it's, and then I feel they exaggerate and they choose only some news that they want also, and then so maybe if we have lots of inter-tribe or inter-community talks or debates in your show, then I think it would be nice. How someone from a very interior village, and how someone from Imphal, or how someone from the district headquarters and all that, how they see all these things, and if you just come together and have this platform where they can talk, I think that will like really bring some understanding, like what to say, empathy for others, for the other tribe. That's what I feel.
Okay.
That is also quite a risky
yeah, that is a good suggestion. And like I said, I do welcome, and it's just that I don't know who to call. So if you are willing to help me, you know, we can plan and chalk out, you know, who we want to interview, what kind of show we want to do, and we can plan that out.
So we can have different types.
Yeah, and also I think you mentioned a little bit about music. So if there is anything which you have come up, yeah, we would be happy to present it. And in fact, there's one editing I'm working on. This time when I went to Imphal, I have a lot of students with whom I interact. And in fact, my mother has girls residents in our house. And we have people from all over Manipur, which includes all different tribes and different Meitei people, and, you know, like everywhere from all the corner of Manipur, coming to Imphal seeking for education. And we have people like with such diverse background, not only in terms of your ethnic group, but also the religion. But we all eat together, we all talk, and we all respect each other's differences. And I would want that to expand not only in our girls' residence, but, you know, to our entire society. And I think we can do it. And when we had our gathering, in one evening, we came up with a song to honor our parents, and we sang in 6 dialects. You know, the different tribal dialects, which includes English and Metalon too, and I thought that was great. I mean, of course, we were not professional singer, but it was the idea of the diversity coming together. So yeah, so any effort from your side, which it can be any form. That's why I appreciate music, art. Like your expression can be of any form, but we want to have peace and progress, right? So yeah, I welcome any effort, not only from you, but also from people whom who you feel that, we could feature his or her voice.
And if I could make a suggestion, I said I grew up in the church environment. So for me, what I see in Manipur than any other place, for me, in a church, me, I'm quite religious. Like I'm a very devout Christian, I should say. So, so what I see in the church, especially the inter-community church, like the Manipur Baptist Convention Center Church, that's where all the tribes, all the communities, including Meiteis, Kukis, Nagas, everyone there, like very one. And I grew up in that environment, and people who grew up in that kind of environment always does not have any problem with the other tribes. So if you could feature churches and how the youth activities work there, how all kinds of tribes just work together without any problem. It's just what we see is like just working for God. So you can feature that too. And I think, yeah, that will be, you just visit some churches in Nepal, and then you can just see how they work. And I feel that from than any other government office or anything, a church is where like the diversity is like encouraged and loved and respected. Yeah. And of course,
Sure.
schools and colleges, everyone just loves.
Yeah, so yes, I don't know if you know about my background, but I actually did my schooling in a convent in Little Flower School, and then I did my junior college in a convent, and I did see, or I had participated in very close interaction with fathers and nuns. And there are many things I have learned as part of that mingling and education. So yes, definitely, if I would like to feature any, like, I don't know if your church particularly, like since you're involved, if you have any camps, like how you do for the youth or anything specific, because when we cover something, I want it to be specific. Then what we can do is we can cover that event, and we can interview people who are participating and let them speak how it has helped them. And I think that would reach out to the mass, because if I am a storyteller and I tell that, oh, this is doing this, instead of me doing that, I want the people who are impacted, I want people to come out and speak out, and I think that is the beauty of this Finding the Voices, because only when, say, you are in my show, they would see that, oh, okay, Monica, the host, is a Meitei, and Juliana is a Naga from Manipur, but they are okay, so there is integration in that. So I want to show that, and yeah, let's do it, and let's have the ideas rolling, and yeah, if you commit to being a very active volunteer of Finding the Voices, we can talk more, and I can involve you more into our projects. All right, so thank you so much for your time today.
And just one last question. I was asking about how music is in Manipur, and I'm quite young, I should say, and I don't know much. But what I know is like bands like Tapta, and then this one brother Aku, and all who are singing all these protest songs. I'm just interviewing some people from Manipur who know about this, and this is for my term paper, if you don't mind. This is for my college. And so I would be putting your name and your this one show. Is that okay? Just for my term paper.
Oh
It's not. It's just for the
I really
college.
want.
If it's fine
No,
with you.
it's fine. I don't mind you. I would love that you would write about our show, and because you would write about it, and that's how people would know, right? So yes, go ahead. Let me know what you need, and you can use the content of our Facebook page as well as our website. And before you finalize it, just let me review it, and any other information. Yeah, sure. Like that's the kind of I think collaboration we are looking for, and I appreciate that you do share some of our posts. And if you like our posts, like please, I'm very happy that you would share it and write something about it, and that would really help in our show growing and magnifying all the voices.
With music with a cause, like about the society and all that, can really change the mindset of the people. Do you think there is a possibility that music and movements related with music can, like that music can really progress a movement for peace or for overthrowing all the
Yes,
bad things in
definitely.
Manipur? What do you think?
No, I think that music plays a very important role in a person's life, right? And everybody listens music,
Yes.
and the music sometimes has no barriers of language or any border, right? It could travel all over, right? So when you make music which is for peace and progress, or protesting something, I think that's good because it's peaceful, right? It's not a violent way of protest. I have no problem with protest. The problem what I have with protest is the violence it is bringing, right? And songs, I think, are great. Yeah, great peaceful way to share what you feel in a very non-violent, very peaceful way, which could travel across locations and all over. So, so that's what I think. I know that a lot of people are moved and touched by some of the protest songs by some of the singers in our area, and so yeah. I mean, I have no problem with that. I think it's a great way to protest. Okay, all right. So yeah, thank you so much for taking the time today, and I look forward to interacting more and to peace and prosperity and progress for our very conflicted place.